Now, you remember how we started off the show with the Janelle? Hang on, let me drink. Oh, why am I like this? Hang on, let me drink my water. You know how we started off the show with one Janelle Evans story, and I said, hang on, we're gonna have a second one. Get ready for the second one. I'm gonna drink my water. Just Janelle, can you watch them for a second? Don't move, you guys. Janelle, can you watch them for a second? I'm gonna drink my water. Watch them. All right, here goes. Janelle Evans has taken to her TikTok account. has taken to her TikTok account to warn people, particularly children, against speaking to older people online. She said, y'all need to stop talking to them older men, right? Thinking you're grown. Date people your own age. And so she shared the story of how she met Jace's dad. Remember, Jace's dad is a man named Andrew, and he was like in his 20s when he got with Janelle, and Janelle was like 15, 16 years old or something like that. And yes, Barry, he talks about that a little bit in his show as well. He really downplays what he did to their daughter, Ireland. And that's one thing I can't stand. You guys' reaction to that photo is cracking me up. Hamlet says, don't trust her with her. That one in particular, where is it? Don't trust her with us. That one in particular cracked me up. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I needed a little break, and there was no one else around to watch you. There was no one else around. Carmen says she doesn't even watch her own kid. Janelle, I'm sorry. Listen, I thought you were responsible. I trusted you with my audience, and you know how much I love my audience, but sorry, they don't want to be watched by you. I'm going to have to hire them a different babysitter. So take a look at the video that Janelle posted to her TikTok page where she warns young people about the dangers of going online and getting into relationships with older people, okay? Here goes.
I saw this comment, saw myself tagged in this video, so I figured I'd answer. This comment is referring back to a video about me and Jace's father's age gap. It's about 6 years apart. So what ended up happening is I met Jace's dad on Facebook, and it recommended him to me as new people in the area. So I added him. We talked for about 2 months, and then I ended up meeting him. He never lied about his age, and I basically didn't care, and I lied to my mom about his age. And once my mom found out, she was very mad, and she did try to press charges on him, but they never ended up following through. Looking back on this time in my life, being a mom of 3, I would freak out if Ensley or any of my kids put themselves in that situation. And if my sons tried to date anyone that was that young and they were in their 20s, I'd be like, what are you doing? So yeah, I don't condone my behavior. My advice to people is date people your own age or close to your own age, because let me tell you, it will work out in the long run. I've dated people that are always older than me, and it's just, we didn't connect on the same level. But kids, use my experience as your life lesson, please. Don't do it.
Listen, I'm really happy that she has put out that PSA because it's creepy. And thank you, Kelly. So apparently Janelle was 13 when she met 19-year-old Andrew. There's no reason for a 19-year-old to be attracted to a 13-year-old. Like, that's disturbing. There's nothing, there shouldn't even be friends, right? Like, a 13-year-old and you're a step away from 20, and they are a step past being 10 years old. What do you have in common? Like, that is just so disturbing, so disgusting on Andrew's part. Like, as the adult in this situation, he should have put a stop to the communication, and he certainly should not have slept with her. Or I don't think you're even sleeping with an underage person. He should not have raped her, right? Like, that full stop was unacceptable, and I feel really bad for her that was a situation that she was in, that she thought it was normal and okay. And I feel bad for Barbara. She was horrified when she found out about that as well. Tiff, Janelle has been cutting up. Leave us alone. My people love Janelle stories. As much as they dislike Janelle, they love Janelle stories. And I completely agree, Georgia. And yup, it's giving to catch a predator Indeed, Theo. Tiffany says Janelle is an unfit mom in my eyes. She like hides her go out on the street by herself, and he was robbed. It's ridiculous. Oh, I remember that story too, the Vegas story. We covered that at some point in February. That really wasn't cool as well. Shouldn't Janelle be talking about what rugs do to you? Well, that too. Listen, grooming, rugs. Talk about it all, Janelle. She unfortunately has been through all of that, like a mess, right? Like it's sad. And speaking of the rugs, Houston, she started so young. She became a pothead so young. And I find that to be so sad too. Like, some people just, from a young age, you don't really have a good shot at life, it feels like. And I really, really hate that for them. And I think that she falls into that category. And I wish that she had changed the trajectory for her own children. But unfortunately, she has put them through so much, right? With all the CPS stuff, all of the David stuff, the Nathan stuff, everything, and just her own neglect of them, or alleged neglect of them, that I fear that she's put them in a very, very difficult situation themselves as well, as far as the future is concerned. And yeah, I fully agree. Barbara, I don't know if you heard Kelly or anybody else watching, but Barbara tried to press charges, but I don't remember why that fell through. But yeah, she wanted to file charges and everything about that. And yeah, I believe she said she lied about her age. I don't know. She said that he didn't lie about his age, but I don't know. I find that to be very, very sick. But here's the thing: even if she lied about her age, I feel like when you're pushing 20 years old, why, like, the difference between another, teenager that's approaching 20hood. And like she's a 13-year-old is not that much different from a 10, 11, 12-year-old, right? Like they're that this person just does not look like somebody who's in your age group, like it's so, so, so weird and so sad. Hamlet says kids they should use her as a life lesson, what not to do, right? Like it's sad, but that's the case with her. Really, really, really sad. Right. And I agree with you, Carmen. She looked like a child. She looked like a child. So this to me is not a valid excuse. Like, I got to ask you guys, would you fall for it? Like if you were on a Facebook or on like a website or an app or something, dating or something, and someone lied about their age, you meet up with them. Like, would you be able to tell if someone is underage, especially if they're only 13 years old? I feel like I'd be able to. Like, no. I think Andrew is a creep and a degenerate. But anyway,